By far one of the most common ceratopsians in Dinosaur Park is the Styracosaurus. This species, while a bit on the smaller side compared to its herbivore cousins, more than makes up for it in their rather prickly attitude and the great numbers they herd in. Just as comfortable alone as they are in a herd dozens strong, Styracosaurus is not picky when it comes to company. Herds are a mixture of male and female individuals, often huddling their young and their mothers into the center of the herd as they travel for safety. During the dry season, herds simply migrate to wherever food is more abundant, having no set leadership or coordination. But during the wet season, females take the lead to migrate to ideal nesting sites. Styracosaurus, especially in large groups, are voracious herbivores. They have been known in large enough herds to strip entire regions clear of any greenery within reach. During this foraging, members on the outskirts of the herd are always on the lookout for threats. Being smaller than many of their herbivore counterparts and the local predators alike, Styracosaurus is forced into a position of extreme aggression to compensate. While skittish when alone, in herds, females will form walls of frills and horns to protect their offspring. The most mature males will charge at attackers to defend the herd, often rallying the entire male portion of the herd to chase down and gore predators to death if they are not able to flee or make a kill in time. Styracosaurus do not hold territories, nomadically following wherever food is most plentiful. While traveling, they are indifferent to other herbivores and readily allow them to join the fringes of their herds. The opposite is same with lone Styracosaurus, joining herds of non-Styracosaurus as they travel. This indifference stops when it comes to food and personal space. If its personal space is invaded or its claim over food is threatened, Styracosaurus will become agitated quickly. There will usually only be one warning towards the offending herbivore before it's gored. With larger herbivores, females will usually give up before they resort to violence, often begrudgingly allowing animals such as Brachiosaurus and Achelosaurus access to their food. Males, however, do not back down. They will continually aggress herbivores overstepping their bounds, and only double down when the herbivores aggress back. This can lead to a feedback loop, getting more of the herd involved until they collectively chase the herbivore out of the area. When the wet season arrives, female Styracosaurus will take the reins and lead the males of the herd to ideal nesting sites, less concerned with food due to its abundance. When an ideal open location is found, females will split up and form around an area known as the circle. The circle is an arena determined by the females based on the landscape, with an obvious center situated between minor landmarks such as trees and rocks which form part of the border. Females will also sit along this imagined border, creating a clear area for males to compete. Once the females begin to call out to males, the challenge begins. The last male to leave the circle is the one to mate with all of the females of the herd. How males take on the challenge differs based on individuals. Sometimes males will enter a contest of endurance, remaining in the circle and displaying their colorful frills without leaving to eat or drink to starve their opponents out. Other times they will resort to immediate violence, attempting to stab their opponents with their horn and batter them with their frills. These battles are not ritualized, and as such can quickly turn deadly for either member. These battles have no pause, and will end in death if neither male backs down and flees the circle. Once courtship is over and a single male remains who wins the right to mate with all the females of the herd, the circle is converted into a nesting ground. Female Styracosaurus prioritize the care and safety of their own offspring first and foremost. However, when push comes to shove, the entire herd will gather together and care for and defend all young present. This can manifest as mothers babysitting hatchlings that are not their own, males escorting mothers and hatchlings, or individuals of either sex adopting any orphans they come across. Young Styracosaurus are active and boisterous, playing and roughhousing as soon as they hatch. This is an important time, as play helps to build their skill in combat, which may save their lives in the future. Once all the young reach adolescence at around half size, the herd will leave the nesting grounds and return to their nomadic ways. As they travel, these young ceratopsians quickly learn the ropes of adult life and can become independent of their mothers very swiftly. Independence for these young ceratopsians is less so separating from their mothers, but becoming one of the many members of the great army that is a Styracosaurus herd.